Okay, so I want to listen to this a few times just to sort of get used to the tune. Number one thing about learning, of course, music is the ear. Listening to it, first of all, get an idea for the feel for it, the speed for it, the key that it could be in. And I'll show you guys all the sort of tricks that I get up to do this. So the first thing to do is obviously listen. So let's listen along. Hopefully you guys can hear this as well. Here it goes. Okay, so yeah, that's great tune. Fiddle playing a reel there, and it sounds like it's in an unusual key for bouzouki players. I think it's a little bit lower than what we're used to, but that's what I like about it, is like it's unusual key. I think it was this one. Yeah. So it's exactly the same audio. Now, if I was listening to that, say in a pub or in a session, the first thing I would be trying to do is to hear like a sort of a drone sort of effect. And I'm going to demonstrate that to you guys as well. So again, I'm hoping that the audio works this week, because this is where it all went haywire last week. And I might just move this over to bouzouki. Let me see. Maybe zoom in a wee smidgen. Hopefully you guys can see that. I wonder if that's a better angle actually. Just move the zoom in a wee bit and just go down a wee bit, maybe a bit over. Okay, it's mostly this hand that I want you guys to be getting anyway. Okay, and make sure that you can actually hear me speaking as well. Okay, doke. So when she's playing that tune, that's the note I'm looking for. So you've got to like find the drone, find the tonic. That's the sort of technical name for it, is the tonic, or if you're thinking of like a tonic drone or pedal, it's sometimes called a pedal note. So if you're looking for that, da, and the way that I find that on the bouzouki would be to go, it's there. Okay, so for this particular tune, the way she's playing it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frets. Okay, so that's an unusual place for bouzouki players. Usually we put our capo on the 5th or on the 7th frequently, like if we're in like maybe the key of G or something, or the key of A, but to have it in there in between, so like the key maybe of like G sharp or A flat. Da, da, da. So, and the tuning for me has gone wild. Hold on. Yeah, that's the sort of sound there. And when I'm listening to that, I'm thinking, okay, I want to be putting the capo there just to see if I can figure out what the chords are. So as I was listening to her play, I'm always thinking, what is just the chord 1, just to strum along to? And if I can find that on the bouzouki, like on the top 3 strings, of course is 1, 2, and 3, that's 50% of the battle already. You're found the key. So that's where I know I'm going to put the capo for this. It's not where it's going to end up at the end of the session, but that's where we're starting. So, and then the standard thing for tab is to count everything now up from the capo. So there are now going to be 7 frets up from that in the key of G sharp or A flat or something. Maybe it's like, I know it's in a mode, maybe it's like an Aeolian mode or something. So it's the same as if you were doing it in A. Listen to that lovely tuning. Jeez. God. I'm not going to bother tuning it again, guys, because this goes out of tune every like 5 minutes. Just the heat and the lights in the room. So that's where we are, and I'm going to see if I can practice along. Just get a rhythm, just get a tonic going with that tune. So there's a couple of wee extra chords that I was messing around with there. Okay, and I'm just, as I say, every so often, I'll just have a wee check-in just to see if anyone has left a comment about tuning or anything. Hopefully this is now working. Yeah. And checking the Discord as well, guys. Oh, good. Radio. Okay, let's see. It's weird, there's 3 different places. Some people are watching it on the community and some people are watching it on Discord, so this is a bit unusual. I have to check on all these different things. Okay. It's going to make it a bit smaller. Rightio, so that is the start of what we're looking for there. Again, I'm just going to play it. I'll probably share the audio while I do this, just so you guys can hear it in the background. I'm not too sure of the levels. If you think the fiddle is too loud or I'm too quiet or what, vice versa, let me know. Okay, so here's the tune again. I'm just actually going to put it on loop for a wee minute. There we go. Just play it through a couple of times. So what we have there, I still haven't really figured out the proper chords to that, but what I'm listening to there is the do-do-do-dum. That happens quite a bit in this tune where you're going do-do-do-dum. So for me as a bouzouki player, or just as an accompaniment instrument, even if I was doing this on the guitar, it'd be the same thing. I'd be trying to find in the tune, when I'm listening out for it very carefully, where does that change occur between the tonic chord, chord 1, and I suppose chord 7, or the subtonic chord for modal. And just because I'm starting off learning this tune, I would probably want to maybe not worry too much about holding that finger down to get the sort of, you know, power chord there. I'm just letting those top 2 notes drone a wee bit.